Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is a hill to die on is kind of a stupid saying. I don't know, I just saw somebody sent a headline about a hill to die on, and then they were probably going to talk politics or whatever, and didn't even want to read it because I was thinking, a hill to die on, I mean, that's probably pretty cool when you think about it in a military sense, where in the military you would try to take a hill because it would be a good vantage point to kill your enemies. Well, what does that have to do? What is taking a hill to die on? And then, of course, the implication is you're going to send enough men to take the hill from the enemy, so you have the hill, and however many men it takes getting killed to take the hill is worth it. So what might work good in a military sense, I think, is just a horrible, stupid way to think of it in a normal sense. You don't want a hill to die on, for God's sake. You want to get on the hill to live on. So, gosh, the things that people say sometimes just infuriate me, using these crazy military metaphors for normal life that we're supposed to be enjoying and be happier about. I just think you got to question all of this overly militarized, overly emotional, overly politicized, over anything sayings made to stir you up, create anger and over emotion. If you're gonna use emotion, your own emotion, positively to improve your life. If, for example, if something is going really wrong in your life and you're very upset and miserable and frustrated and depressed about it, use that emotion to figure out, one, what it is, and two, what are the options to do about it, and three, to follow through with the action necessary to make whatever change is necessary. And that isn't to die, that's to live. It isn't about the dying, it's about the living. Do you remember that scene from Lonesome Dove, which was one of the greatest movies ever made, with Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones, and the book was even better. And at one point, Gus, who's Robert Duvall, goes to Tommy Lee Jones, call the two main guys. He goes, "It's not about the living, the dying." He goes something like, "Damn it, Woodrow, it isn't about the dying, it's about the living." And so every time you hear the word die, you want to flip it. It isn't about the dying, it's about the living. You want a hill to live on, if anything. And if the hill you're trying to live on isn't working, go to the next hill. There's a lot of hills, and it's not even that bad to live in the valley if you can't take the hill, right? If you can't be on the mountain, be on the beach. If you can't be on the beach, be in the country. If you can't be in the country, you know what I mean? Be in the city. Wherever you're at, make it good. And if it isn't good where you're at, move. You don't have to make, excuse me, I don't think I have COVID. Just talking. If whatever's not working for you, make whatever changes are necessary. It isn't about the dying on the hill for some crazy cause. It's about living your life as best you can, being happier. Nothing is really, to me, I don't know what is worth dying for. Maybe protecting your family from marauders. Yeah, that would be it. What else? I don't think any. I'm not sure what else at this moment. Not sure what else. Certainly we want to work on the ideals the values, the things we need to thrive as a society. Yeah, let's work on them, but let's not kill and die for them. All right. Forget all of that over the top sayings. Use your emotion to power your life forward. Figure out ways to motivate you. Use it to motivate you to make the improvements that you need in your life to make you happy. Use the motivation to get to the gym, to weight train, to put down the junk food, to stop whatever other bad habits you might be in, to get busier, making an improvement in your career or your business or your job, looking for something better if you need to. If you got something like real terrible, like a bad marriage you're involved in, well, then get the book I got, Leave Your Wife, Become a Happier Man, the 3-step system book, available on my website. There's some information down in the description below for you. But use that kind of emotion to motivate you to make the changes. Now, I imagine that picking your hill to die on, that may be good for some people to help motivate them. But I think it's sending it's over the top, and I think you want to be like a little bit under the top and not get overly emotional and dramatic about things that are kind of outside your control. We got the election coming up here in the U.S. This is October 2020. Election is coming up here in a few weeks. Yeah, it's a big election. They've all been big, right? They've all been big elections. This is no different. Tone it down. Don't think about dying and all that foolishness. Life will go on afterwards. And yeah, right now we kind of have to grit our teeth and kind of bear it and deal with all the craziness going on about it. And it's basically like this natural disaster that we're kind of have to deal with and live with. But we'll deal with it, and we're living with it. We'll deal with it. We'll move on afterwards. So forget about the dying, picking a hill to die on. I just think it's kind of a stupid saying that you should kind of just eliminate. Yeah, be strong in your convictions. Stick to your guns on the things that are right for you. Keep moving forward on your life. But you still, we still need to cooperate. You still need to have civility and be a gentleman about things. Still important. Be strong, but a gentleman. Don't stick to your guns, but don't be so disagreeable for other ideas. So anyway, give that idea some thought. All for now.